Actually, let me.
Seboom.
I wanted to share it on my
Ye-
Instagram.
That's perfect. Yo, hi everybody. Welcome to the next Beatbox Talk, and this time we have the GBB champion, one of the finest beatboxers out there. We have Kenny Urban in the house.
What's
Thank you, bro,
poppin'?
for being here, man.
Thank you for having me,
Man,
man.
how's life, man? Like, how you know? It's a difficult time. So tell me, what are you up to at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, life has changed a lot for me within the past almost a year now, which is, as we were saying before, it's just crazy to think how fast time has passed
Mm-hmm.
during COVID, and life has changed, but in a way where it's not necessarily worse. It's I'm spending a lot of time with my family. I'm home. I'm able to see the Beatbox House a lot more. I mean, I wasn't at first, but now we're making it work, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just able to be home and spend some time with my family and just kind of like think. Sometimes it's nice to be able to take a step back because I was doing a lot before COVID
Yeah.
happened. I was traveling all the time and doing so much to where I almost didn't have enough time to think and plan. And this time by myself has been good for me to like just think about my future and what I really want to do with this art form and my life.
You just mentioned the Beatbox House. I saw you guys were recording some stuff. So are you guys? Is there something already happening? That would be
Oh yeah,
super dope.
there's something brewing. There's been something brewing for a while. We're very much like kind of perfectionists where we really take our time with stuff and we don't want to release something unless we're really proud of it. And
Mm-hmm.
we've been making a lot of really awesome music for the past 6 months, and we're excited to release it. We're waiting for the right time and waiting for it all to be ready.
Sweet, sweet.
Definitely something good to be looking out for, though.
So this show is all about how to improve beatbox, how to get started, stuff like that. So could you give us a little insight? What was the impulse for you to get started with beatboxing?
Man, so I always used to make music as a kid. I was always just that kid that was just like rapping and singing and just being annoying. And beatboxing is just something I heard. Actually, my cousin was just like, remember being at my aunt's house and I hear my cousin, and I just heard him. I was like, oh, that's cool. And he was like my big cousin. I kind of looked up to him in a sense. I thought he was cool. So I was like, oh, that's dope. And I didn't even say anything to him, but I just
Yeah.
started doing it myself. I was like, and it just happened like that. It's like I was just influenced just like that. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Started doing it. Then obviously I started, looking up and doing my research, YouTubing. I found out about, everyone, Rozelle. And actually, before I found out about Rozelle, I found out about like Reaps One and Darnie and like people
Oh.
like and like Alem when he released that video when he was like probably 16, and I
Mm-hmm.
was 16 too. I was 15. Alem and I are the same age, so Alem was one of my first influences when we were the same age. And what's crazy is like now these guys are my good friends. All those guys.
Yeah.
So, but basically, I picked it up. I heard it. I was hooked. I YouTubed the hell out of it. I learned everything. I annoyed the shit out of my friends. Like I was, and we've all been there where it's always your closest friends, your family telling you
Yeah.
like, stop that, shut up. And it's like,
Yeah.
but that would just push me. That would push me more. I'd be like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I never stopped though, because by the
Mm-hmm.
time I was in high school, I did kind of what like you could call it not really a talent show, but my friends kind of pushed me to go on the microphone in the cafeteria that was just
Cool.
standing there that the principal used to talk on to like give announcements.
Oh.
And yeah, I wasn't supposed to do it. And I was pretty shy back then because I was 14 years old.
Okay.
And but I was pretty good at beatboxing by 14. I mean, for that standard, for a 14-year-old, I could
Yeah.
beatbox, and my friends all knew me for it, but I didn't have the confidence to go up and hit the mic.
Yeah.
But they pushed me. They said, you pussy. Like
Come
they were making
on.
fun of
Come
me. I go.
on.
And finally I just went up and I grabbed the mic. I did the Snoop Dogg and the whole cafeteria looked and people
What?
started dancing. They started going crazy. Yeah, it was the best reaction ever. Then the principal like walks in. I look at him. We make eye contact, and he's like bopping his head to it. Like so. Honestly, from that moment on, like my life kind of changed because everyone in school knew who I was. They treated me differently. My teachers would
Mhm.
have me do it in class. I would do it to get out of trouble.
Yeah.
So it was just, I mean, for everything, I think here my light just went out. I think everything kind of happens for a reason, and you got to
Yeah.
like just go with where your heart is. And that was
So
just like
true.
my entryway to like, all right, I want to do this. Like I saw the way people felt when I was doing just what I love to do, and like the
Yeah.
reactions it gave people, and I was like, this is amazing. Like I need to. It wasn't even a question like, do I need to keep doing this? It's just like this
Yeah.
is me now. You know, it's a part of me. So
Yeah. So true.
you know,
Also, when where you just mentioned before, there are so many moments where beatbox grants you opportunities that normally never would have happened, and where you
for
think
sure.
like, dude, if I wouldn't have started beatboxing, I wouldn't have done this, or I wouldn't have experienced that. So is there another experience where you think this slowly just happened because I'm beatboxing?
Oh, that's honestly that's my whole life since like it's my whole life, man. I mean, obviously I went to high school. After that, I went to college for a couple of years. But when I was going to college, I knew I was studying a couple of different stuff. I studied nutrition. I still studied criminal justice, like to be a police officer. I
Oh,
was like doing all, but I knew at the end of
okay.
the day, I knew I wanted to be a beatboxer, an entertainer. You know,
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to, like that was my passion. And I was 18 when I got the someone tagged me on Facebook for an audition for a beatboxer for a Snickers commercial in Russia, and
Cool.
they were looking for a blonde hair, blue eyed beatboxer, and I was like, oh shit.
Sweet.
So I went in, I got the interview, I went to New York, I boom, I booked the gig like that. They're like, you're going to Russia, and I was like, what?
Sweet.
And that's I'd never done anything really that cool before, so
That's
um,
super cool,
so yeah, I was
man.
18. I had to get a passport for the first time. I flew all the way to Russia by myself. It was pretty scary actually, but it was amazing.
Wow.
I was in a Snickers commercial. I'm sure you've seen it. But
That's so cool, man.
obviously I would never go to Russia or do any of that
Yeah.
if I didn't beatbox. But everything that followed that, I wouldn't have done. I've been to China 7 times now. I would probably never go to China if I wasn't a
Yeah.
beatboxer, you know?
Yeah.
And not only did I go to China, did we go to China? You know, we get
Yeah.
treated like kings there too. We get
Yeah.
treated
It's
like
crazy, man.
it's amazing.
It's crazy. Like, really, shout out to the Chinese beatboxing. This is
Yeah.
insane. Like, all scenes in the world, every scene they have their own character, and they're all great, absolutely. And the Chinese one also, they have, that's insane because there's so many. There's so many that's you like, what the hell? And as I said, like the respect and the passion for beatbox, like these people, when they're standing in front of you, they try to suck up every information you give them because it's such a valuable moment for them,
Yeah.
and that's a very nice feeling.
It
That's
is.
that's
It is.
absolutely insane. About influence and valuable information. Did you have? Is there a beatboxer there you feel there was a lot of inspiration for you?
When I first started beatboxing, I definitely was very
Mm-hmm.
inspired by Faith SFX.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I loved
Really
his. He
good.
did like the Godfather
Yeah.
routine, and yeah, I used to do that. I learned the clicks from him, and I actually learned my
Mm-hmm.
own clicks from like because I think he used to do the end,
Yeah.
but then I started doing a where I'm just like in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, Faith SFX inspired me a lot. Obviously, Pony he did.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just
That
has a
was
really dope like
legendary.
singing beatbox style that I'm a big fan of. And actually now he's if you're familiar, his name is Jesse Elvis, and he releases
Yeah.
music under that name, and he has some really dope music out on Apple Music,
Cool.
and some of it
Cool.
has beatboxing, but it's mostly like singing, and his voice is really dope. So
Cool. Cool.
check
Yeah,
that
he
out.
was already kind of singing at the time when he was beatboxing, and that was really cool already.
Yeah.
Um, Also for young beatboxers, do you think was there one thing where you think you took the wrong path to learn a certain thing? Is there a mistake where you think a young beatboxer could kind of avoid making those mistakes just by yeah, asking somebody or whatever?
Yeah. I mean, I think the only mistake you can make is not listening to yourself. Like you got to trust your gut and how you feel. You can't
Yeah.
like some people are going to tell you to stop. Some people are going to tell you to do this, or you should sound like this, or you're doing too much. You're not doing enough technical beats. Someone will say to you,
Yeah.
but it's not about that. It's never about that. Napalm made a good point on the live stream recently with Swiss Beatbox
Mm-hmm.
for the kickback battle when they were talking about it. Sure, when we do all these competitions, they're judged. Like we get a 10 out of 10 for creativity, 10 out of 10 for originality,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But when we beatbox, we don't. You shouldn't think about a score. It's like when we're
Yeah.
making a routine, you don't want to think about, okay, I want to get a 10 here and a 10 here. You're just expressing yourself, and obviously you want to get better and do great sounds and crazy techniques, but
Yeah.
don't think about it too much is almost how I think it should be. Don't worry about being the best. Like, just worry about being yourself, and obviously take inspiration. Like when I first started beatboxing, I would learn people's beats and like practice
Yeah.
them. I would hear them and copy them, and obviously, and that's okay. Obviously, you don't
Yeah.
want to do that too much. You want to build your own style, but you need to do that and gain those inspirations to almost create your own style and find what you
Mm-hmm.
like and put your own spin on it. So just
Yeah.
do you.
Yeah. Just do you. It's so true. Um, I saw one question in the chat from Danger. He wrote, "Yo, Kenny, does the Beatbox
So you gotta
House
do it too
have a
much.
training schedule?"
No, not really a training schedule. We just beatbox all the time because we love it. We love to beatbox. We're just beatboxers. So every time we're together, we're beatboxing, and every time we're alone, we're beatboxing. So when we come together, we just do it better. That would be cool, though. I mean, in the future, if we had like set hours where we train, I mean, I feel like it would,
Certain days, certain times, like, okay,
yeah,
this is crew training, this is tag team training, this is solo training.
that's
Um,
smart. Yeah.
I think you guys are very lucky to have found each other because do you guys I guess you guys are giving each other feedback when you're working on new stuff?
For sure. I mean, definitely. As
Who's
friends, we always I mean, if anything, we'll like
yeah.
shit on each other. Like if someone does
Yeah.
something, we'll be like, What was that?" But
Yeah,
I mean, for the most part, we're pretty supportive. We all
that's so
love what each
cool.
other do. So,
Who's the most critical of you guys?
hmm, probably Chris or Neil Napalm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So they're like, yeah, you should work a little bit more on this. Oh, that's cool. And
more so, or they're very focused on what they're doing, and they're great. And I don't know, we're all just very different. That's the
yeah,
best part about like who we are as the Beatbox
that's
House is
so
we're
cool.
five just separate personalities, and we're very different. But when we come together, we're like,
Yeah. It's so cool.
it's cool.
Like, it's such a great thing to have you guys as a crew. Because as you just said, everybody's so different, and you are definitely the entertainer. Like I don't know, there are not many people in the beatbox scene general who are you go on stage and you take the stage. Do you have
Thanks,
some mental tips how to maybe improve this to because when you're on stage, man, you just enjoy yourself, man, and you rock the stage, man.
you got to be in the right element. You got to. It's all about like just being in the right headspace. If you're ready for it, you're ready for it. And honestly, you only get that through experience because
Yeah,
at first, obviously, you're not going to feel it. But if you can, entertain a group of 5 people in your house and make them all laugh and have a good time, there's
yeah,
really no difference between doing that on stage because obviously at first it's like, oh shit, there's a big group of people. But
yeah,
if anything, if you can get a reaction out of 5 people, you can get a big reaction out of 500, and that
yeah.
energy just keeps going. Like hosting the battle, and the vocal total.
That's so,
That was
dude. I'm so happy that this happened because definitely you're the right choice, man. Because you bring out all the best out of the people in the audience, and the energy was absolutely amazing. I can't wait for the next
yeah, it was so
events.
much fun, man. That was so much fun, man.
I have written down a few questions, like
Sure.
just very short questions. If you like, oh, okay, the file just froze. Okay, there we go. So, okay, the first question is, what was your toughest battle?
Probably against Napalm in Grand Beatbox Battle. I didn't even think I
Yeah,
won that shit, to be honest, but
that was tough. That was
it was
really
tough.
tough. That was,
It was tough.
but it's so cool, man. Like, you won the GBB, man. There are not
Yeah,
many people out there. That's so dope. That's so dope. Um, your dream beatbox crew of 4 people.
very one. Nah, I mean they're fucking awesome. But
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean probably the crew I have right now, you know. But I mean that's
Mm-hmm.
not four. But if I had to make up a
But
new one, okay,
make up a new one.
okay. I mean you probably got to have a Lem because you know he's out drumming anybody on the streets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Someone with a crazy singing voice. I don't know. It's gonna be a bunch of French guys. I'm just thinking.
They're good. I also was a good singer, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
MB14
was
or
thinking it'd be 14.
Sarah. Yeah.
Jeez. That's a
um.
hard question, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Probably Gene, Alem,
Gene. Yeah.
Gene,
Yeah.
Alem,
Sweet. Sweet.
Inertia.
2 more.
That'd be
Oh.
crazy. I'm just
Oh.
trying to
Very
think like
interesting.
different sounds that could drop. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh Dilo. That's weird.
Oh, that would be.
That's gonna be an interesting combo, but
Whoa.
it would be dope, I think.
That's really like that's it's really hard to imagine because they're like from
Yeah, they're so
so
different. It might be
different.
terrible, actually. It might like
Yeah,
not work.
or it could be
Yeah, it could be
genius.
genius. I think it would be genius if
That's
they put something together.
uh,
Like,
um what was a special sound one of your special sounds that took you the longest to learn?
uh, maybe the hollow whistle that I
Yeah.
and just getting control over the pitch.
Mhm.
Just because it's such a weird placement of the tongue, and it's like one of those things that once you get it,
Mhm.
and you can do it forever. But before you get it, you're like, you can't. It's hard to. You just have to
Yeah.
find the sweet spot, you know. But it sounds really good acoustically, you know, if
Yeah.
you're like in the room, you know.
It's
Um,
really cool. And it's
so
super difficult. It's super I think a lot of whistle sounds in the last few 1 or 2 years, a lot of whistle beatbox sounds appeared, like
for
sounds
sure,
including a whistle.
for sure. I remember Beat Rhino used to do them a lot. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
even maybe a little too much, but
Yeah.
no, but because sometimes the high frequency can be, especially the inward,
Yeah.
that I can't do it at all. But it's a
Mm-hmm.
sick sound though. It's like, whoa, how do you make that? You're doing something
Yeah.
so you're moving your mouth in such a crazy weird way that it creates such a
Yeah.
high pitched frequency.
Yeah.
It's
And
dope.
also the engineers, they hate you for that. The
Yeah, because
sound
it's
engineers,
too
they
too high of a frequency. But well, that's the crazy thing is beatboxers because we're able to do such low frequencies and then such high. It's like it just
Mm-hmm.
shows you the
Mm-hmm.
power of the human voice. Like if you really
True that. True that.
work on it.
What microphone do you prefer the most?
Um,
Which one on stage and which one for recording?
I like a few different microphones. I have this AKG D7 right here. It's good. It's like the classic beatbox battle mic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it used to be. Now everything's
Yeah.
changing. But this is a
Yeah.
great mic. I think it has a great low end and high end. I really am a
Mm-hmm.
fan of the SM58. I really like the Beta though. The Beta 58.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
That one's
great.
super clean. For recording, we just got a bunch of these, which are awesome. Which is what you have, the
Yeah.
SM7B. These
Yeah.
are definitely the best
So true.
for recording. I maybe not. Yeah, for recording, they're really good. They're really good. I mean,
I got me because the gain of the SM7B is like you have a quite low gain.
it's low. Yeah.
So I got me that thing.
What is that?
It's called a fat head, and it's like a preamp. So you get like I think plus 10 or 15 dB, and also the sound is a little bit warmer, a little bit more. You have a little bit a warmer bass. It's really cool.
Do you have
And
that
they're
in
like,
right now?
no, I don't have it in. Like if I do some beatboxing stuff like that, then I just plug it in.
Just right in the
And
middle.
yeah, so I just go with the cable directly into that
Mm-hmm.
one, and then I go directly into the mic, and that's
Makes
it's
a
so
nice difference.
convenient. Yes, absolutely, it's crazy. I don't use it for the interview because the signal gets so loud. I really have to watch out that I'm not clipping all
So
the
it makes
time.
it powerful for sure. Like,
Really powerful,
I
really
wonder what would
powerful.
happen if you
So
used
it's
that in a live performance setting. Have you tried that?
yeah, lockdown.
Could you though? Do people do that? Have you heard of that?
No, I don't know. I think we would be the first to try it out.
Well, you
So I
should be.
definitely will try
Yeah,
it
for
out.
sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
So now we come to the next part, and that is we have two beatbox videos, and we will check it out together. I haven't seen the video. You haven't seen the video, so we will check it out, and then I would ask you for a short feedback. What do you think about the beatboxer? Maybe some tips and tricks, and we will make a short yeah, we will analyze the video.
Cool.
Okay, I will share my screen now with you. There we go. Can you see the video?
Yep.
Perfect. I will share it here with the live stream as well. Okay, perfect. Then let's make a short check. Oh. Easy, pal.
This is a huge shout out to Beatbox International and BCIB.
I love that intro.
Nice.
Everybody, to everybody.
Oh,
Everybody, move your body.
groovy.
Sick.
Everybody, move your body.
Really cool.
Listen.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh, he's not done, man. He's only halfway. That's insane, man.
Oh, I wanna make you move, cause I'm the king of the groove. King of the groove. Everybody dance. Bring it back.
That's sick, man.
Where is this guy? Where is this guy on the kickback? Should be in that.
Yeah.
He could win this. He could win this shit.
That's insane.
Wow. What's his name? What's his name?
Max from Israel.
Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I'm from Israel.
Yes, Max from Israel. Holy crap, man! Like that was intense.
You gotta have him at the next shootout. Vocal total.
Yeah, man, definitely. Like this, holy crap. It's really hard. Yeah. So, what do you think of this routine?
That was amazing. Yeah, I think that was sick. Some of that shit I've never heard ever. So, I think he should be in the kickback battle right now. He could probably win the whole thing.
Yeah, that's really
that's amazing. No, that's amazing. That was sick. He's super clean. Some really unique patterns and wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like his bass was sick. He was musical with it. That was sick. That was sick. I was so sick.
That was
like
really
in his structure was the best. Structure like he took you through the track. You know, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That guy's.
Is there something what you think that maybe you could add to this routine, like because it's so high level, it's really hard to.
Just keep doing. He just needs to keep doing whatever the heck he's doing. I'm not gonna act like I know better than him. You know, he's sick. You know,
he's insane, man. That was
I'm a little inspired from that.
Yeah, that's.
Thank you, Max.
Holy crap! Yeah, thank you, Max. Really, 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 really good. Holy cow!
That's what's crazy. There's so many amazing beatboxers now that are coming out of nowhere that are so good.
Yeah.
It's this level is changing. You know, it's and I mean the future for beatboxing is going to be something really incredible.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. And also because as I say, like we are getting to the point where people all over the planet, they have access to the internet, so they're sitting at home, they're really getting into the beatbox, going all crazy, and then you have kids coming from somewhere and they're like, there's a dope beatboxer from Israel, never heard of him, and then he's dropping stuff I never heard before. And I think that it's kind of the same happened with South America as well, where the South American scene is starting to move.
Yeah. It's amazing out there.
Yeah. So true. So true. Okay, so if we can really add anything to that. That was just an amazing beatbox video. Holy crap. Okay, the next video is called From Airy Box. It's a beatbox video. It's the wild card. I've seen there's a Beatbox COVID Battle 21, and I got sent the video yesterday for the online live session to
Okay.
react to it. So there's definitely some stuff where, yeah, I think your input is definitely very cool. So let's check it out. Please tell me if you can hear the video and see the video.
Got it.
Video fürs Beat COVID Battle 2021. So ungefähr.
This sound is becoming popular.
Yeah. Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you, Everybox, for the video. Really
That was
nice,
dope.
really nice. So yeah, what do you think about this video? Where are things where you think, few parts where you could tweak on and make things a little bit more, yeah.
Well, to start, he was super powerful and had some really
Yeah.
dope sounds, and like definitely would smash a mic, like for sure. Like on stage, I could see him. I could see him being super powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I would say is I think during the drops he kind of rushed it a little bit, so it felt like the timing felt off a little bit, like a.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something to do with just that build and then the drop. It's, I don't know. It's hard to. You want to take it almost a little bit slower, like the way he was rushing. It just felt a little bit rushed, where it took away the groove from it. But then he would come back on groove, and you'd feel the groove, and it'd be really dope. But just at some parts, I think it could just be slowed down a little bit. But the power was there, the sounds were there. That was dope.
Yeah, really cool. Also, as I said, like the build up, Beard said in the interview that sometimes, especially younger beatboxers, are using a build up just that there is a build up.
Yeah.
And
sure.
they just make some build up and then just to kind of get to the drop. But staying in time with the whole thing, that's
very important, yeah. And you also want the build up to be meaningful too. Like you don't need your beatboxing doesn't have to be intro, build up, drop, intro, build up, drop. It doesn't have to be like that. I don't really ever beatbox like that. Like when I hear beatboxers do like build ups and stuff, I realize, wow, I don't really do build ups very much. I don't really ever do like like it is great and it's dope, and if it's executed well, it's amazing. But
Mm-hmm.
It just needs to be very.
You go
We need to
straight
be.
for it,
Yeah,
man.
kind of do. I mean, I have my build-ups in my own ways, you know, and my transitions, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not. I don't like the
Mm-hmm.
cliche like build-up drop, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and where it's almost like it's
Mm-hmm.
expected, you know. It's like I'd rather do something
Mm-hmm.
unexpected, but there's definitely a way to do it, and you just got to take your time with it and just make sure that everything is meaningful. You know, if you're going to do a build up to drop, make sure that build up is just as meaningful as the drop. You know, and
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
time too.
So true. There's, as I said, like there are so many, all those polyphonic sounds, double voice
Yeah,
sounds that are coming. That's really sick.
it's cool.
Who was the first beatboxer to come up with that kind of stuff? Was it 2H or something
2H,
like
yeah,
that?
2H definitely made it very popular. He just in like in the
Yeah.
battles that got super viral.
Yeah.
He did the one, yeah, and then obviously when Alex Zeno
Yeah. Yeah.
countered him, I think what this another guy made it pretty popular. Definitely 2H started it. Not
Yeah.
started it, but he made
Yeah.
it very popular. But then people
Yeah.
Shogo put it. Obviously, Shogo started doing some amazing stuff. I think he made it very popular too, because he did his own thing on it.
That's so true.
And I don't know who
That's
started
so
this.
true.
I can't even do it. I don't really practice it, but that high. I hear
That's crazy.
that's definitely gotten popular on like the online beatboxing because we haven't heard that live much, you know, at any events or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
But I think what is it? And Tilt does that a lot. He does
Yeah.
that, and he does it really well. So I feel like he might have made that popular. But who's to say who was first? You know, I mean,
That's really hard.
everybody, who knows? You know.
So true, so true. Also, as I said, like who's first, who developed a sound. That's so hard to tell. You have it like who was the first beatboxer, and you have
Yeah.
this endless discussion with um, Dougie Fresh, Russell,
Yeah.
Fat Boys.
Yeah.
But do you still see or meet some of the legendary beatboxers because you guys are living in New York, right?
Yeah. I mean, now no, because of COVID, everyone's been
Yeah.
tucked away. But yeah, I mean, we saw Razel not too long ago. He's really the only one that we are mostly in contact with. Razel, we're really tight with as the
Mm-hmm.
Beatbox House. Kenny Muhammad, I talk to on social media all the time, but I don't know where he is.
Oh.
He's always doing something crazy and cool. But he's doing a lot actually. Kenny Muhammad, I've been watching his. He's starting
Cool.
to collaborate with other communities of beatbox and stuff, which is really cool actually.
Oh.
And he's sick. He's such an amazing beatboxer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to more though, for sure. I'd like to more.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to
So true.
chill with Dougie Fresh. I know he's probably not too far. You know, he probably lives not too far.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's the cool thing living in New York. Like you have all the legends around
Yeah,
you.
it's true.
That's really, and also you guys making the American Beatbox Championship and stuff like that. So you guys kind of make it happen that the US scene is gathering and
Sure.
start to, and now you guys have a really sick beatbox scene. Looking at the world champs, how many titles that go to the US, and
For sure.
that's a very successful way. So I have one last question, bro. What are upcoming projects for people, to keep their eyes, keep looking for what you're working at the moment?
You can stay tuned for the Beatbox House. We're going to be releasing some really dope music and an album pretty soon, and I'm actually going to be releasing some solo stuff as well. And it's going to be dope.
Cool.
It's going to be very much beatbox influence, but also a lot of vocals and a lot of instruments and production, and it'll be dope. So yeah, just stay on the lookout.
Nice.
We'll be sharing it.
Nice. Will you still be playing with Mosaic as well?
Yeah, so definitely. Obviously things slowed down because of COVID, but once gigs start, I love performing with Mosaic. They're awesome. That's the best part about being a beatboxer is how we can collaborate with so many different art forms. Next week, we're going to upstate New York with the Beatbox House and a group of 5 amazing breakdancers, and we're going to be working on the Missing Element show, which is, I don't know if you've seen us post about it before, but it's a show we created with 5 dancers and 5 beatboxers, and So the fact that I get to go up next week and make a show with a bunch of amazing street dancers, and then actually right after that I get back, I have one of my first gigs with Mosaic. We're going to Texas, which is crazy because Texas is pretty open right now, considering COVID. So I don't know how to feel about that exactly, but I'm excited to be out there and actually perform with them. It's at a private event that's probably socially distanced, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm able to go work with a bunch of dancers, and then the next week work with a bunch of amazing singers, and then go back home and work with my friends that are amazing beatboxers, and then go home and not beatbox at all and chill with my niece. You know, so it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, dude. You deserved it, man. You worked hard for that, and it's really nice to see that, you know, things are working out for you. I'm very happy for you. So for the big final, I want to ask you, would you be up for a short freestyle for us, please?
Of course, man. You know, I'm the freestyle guy.
I know.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Everything you're about to hear is coming from my... Oh, excuse me. Check it out. Game over. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
My mouth is a little. That was my first beatbox of the day, so I'm a little.
Bro, really great. Thank you so much,
man.
bro. Really cool. So to all the people here in the chat watching the live stream, thank you all for joining. You guys are great. For those who have turned in too late, we will have next Thursday another interview with Azel from Italy. And yeah, Kenny, to you, thank you so much for joining this interview, for sharing your time with us. I'm really looking forward to meet you again, bro.
Dude, I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have an amazing time, man. I already know. And the crazy thing is, it still feels like yesterday that we were chilling and partying together. So, I mean, we're just gonna go a lot harder this time because it's been so long. But
yeah,
I'm excited, man. And just know that I'm ready. Like when we can make it happen, I'm down to come out.
Yeah, we will make it happen, man. Definitely. So
sure.
As you say, we just will make it happen. There is no if or whether.
Yeah.
We just do it.
Just do.
Just do it. Do it.
Do.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you so much. See you soon. Have a nice day.
Peace. And look out for my beat tutorial too as well. I'm going to be making that.
Yes.
Teaching some beats.
Check it out.
All right. Peace out. Game over.